picture it, a zombie movie on a train.
On a train.
How sick would that be, right?
Right.
And it is sick.
Welcome to the Glad Channel, the show where we talk about things that make us glad, like coffee and records. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for the music reference. We have a very jam-packed episode. This is our first episode with 3 guests on it, which is 2 more than 1. So we're going to get started with what we call the Glad Family Update. And this week, we actually have another member of I'm Glad It's You on the show. His name is Teej, Moneymaker, real name, and he's going to do something we call Ticket Stubs with Teej. He's our resident music aficionado and, movie aficionado. We're all music aficionados. So we're going to talk about a movie that we watched, and we're going to rate it a little bit and talk about the things we liked and, talk about why you should watch it too. So we're going to get TJ in here. Teej. Hello. Welcome. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Alright. I can hear you.
You can hear me. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, TJ, welcome to the Glad Channel. You want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah, hello everyone. Thanks for having me, Kelly.
Yeah, I mean,
This is great.
thanks for being on. So why don't you talk a little bit about what we're doing here? I mean, you're TJ, bass player extraordinaire of I'm Glad It's You. For those of you who don't know, TJ is probably the longest standing member of I'm Glad It's You, and also one of my longest friends. We've been friends since a long time. I mean, I knew you in kindergarten. We had the same elementary school. Many years. But yeah, why don't you go ahead and take it away, man. Tell us about Ticket Stubs with Teej.
Alright, yeah. Hi everyone. As Kelly said, I'm TJ. I play bass and I'm Glad It's You. I also love movies. My love for movies started very early. I used to watch movies with my dad all the time. We'd go to the movies like almost every Sunday. And when he passed away, I kept going kind of just as a therapeutic thing to do. And at this point, it's kind of become almost like a meditation session for me before, quarantine life. I was going probably 2 or 3 times a month. So it's been sad to not be able to go. I'm a little bit anxious about what might happen to theaters in general after this. So when Kelly asked me for ideas about a segment, I thought maybe it could be fun to just talk about movies. So, we're going to watch a movie every week, as close as we can to being together. We hopped on the Discord. We started at the same time. We got synced up. Made some comments throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Had a blast.
Yeah.
We're going to try to do it without spoilers. And we're going to try to pick movies on streaming services so that if anyone gets interested by our discussion, you can watch the movie.
Yeah, and actually, we're gonna be having later in this week like an opportunity. If you did see the movie and you wanted to talk about it, you can just hit up the Glad Channel and we'll talk about it with you, and we'll have a good time. So, yeah, this week I got a poster to show everyone. We watched.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you can't see it. It's called Train to Busan, and this is a movie TJ recommended. It's a Korean film, and Korean films have been kind of doing extraordinarily well right now. There's a lot of really good movies out there. Obviously won Best Picture at the Oscars last year. And so, yeah, do you want to talk a little bit about the movie? I feel like we have a way... Why don't you talk about how we're going to do this? You came up with a very good way of... organizing this conversation that is really good.
Absolutely. So our plan for this segment, our little structure skeleton we planned out is we'll start by just giving a little bit of background on the movie, kind of what you'd see on the Rotten Tomatoes summary or whatever. And then we're going to give a high, why, and a cry. 3 things. They all rhyme. The high being some anything that we just liked about the movie, anything from like a scene to a character to maybe a bigger theme or just, our high point. Why being a question that we are asking ourselves after having watched it. Maybe it's a question we have for the creators, or maybe it's just something the movie made us think about.
Yeah.
Just a question in response to the film. And then we have our cry. I'm a big crier in movies. I cry in almost every movie I watch. So we'll talk about something sentimental from the film.
Yeah.
And then we'll end the segment by giving it a rating from our patented good, not good, like, didn't like rating system, which maybe I'll explain when we get to that point.
Yeah.
So to start, like Kelly said, Train to Busan. It's a Korean film by director Yeon Sang-ho. I practiced my pronunciation.
Excellent.
Hopefully I did it right. It's a zombie movie. Made in 2016. Bold decision. A little past the zombie fad, but we're out here. And it centers around a kind of, the main character is like a fund manager, and he and his daughter, who he has kind of a tense relationship with, are on a train to visit the daughter's mother in Busan when a zombie outbreak occurs, I guess.
Bad
so
timing.
It's an action thriller, but it's also a heartwarming and heart-wrenching drama.
Yeah.
With, great visuals and compelling characters.
Right, which I would say somebody that's not typically a zombie movie aficionado would not have expected sort of like the combination of absolutely great storytelling and content and substance and crazy zombies killing people, But then they married the two so well, and I feel like they used both the zombies and the content of like interpersonal relationships and growth to kind of like enhance each other. So great movie. Let's talk about your high, man. Let's just kick it off.
You actually just provided a great transition because we talked a little bit about the movie yesterday, and I think the high point for me was the use of a zombie movie to tell such like a compelling interpersonal story. I mean, I just imagine this movie started by like someone at a bar being like, dude, check this out. Think about it. Picture it. A zombie movie on a train.
On a train.
How sick would that be, right?
Right.
And it is sick. It is definitely a zombie movie on a train, which like rhymes with snakes on a plane. Like that's how ridiculous we're talking right here. But the movie, the high point of the movie was really the characters and the relationships and kind of like how they used this traumatic moment of a zombie outbreak to tell stories about our class differences and like our social structure and how it interacts or affects our relationship with each other.
Absolutely.
And so that was definitely my high point.
Yeah, and I would say that too. I think that the characters in the movie, if you wanted to watch the movie and read it where the characters are standing in for different maybe voices in society or maybe different societal like viewpoints, you could totally watch it that way. But the movie is also just really good at providing you with real human characters interacting with real societal problems and zombies at the same time. And it's kind of amazing like how well done that the whole like pulling off the ability to look at it from different angles, which that's kind of my high too, is like just the whole like the like how encompassing the characters can be. They can really perform in a lot of ways. So yeah,
and you get all that, and you also get your badass fight scene where, as you might predict, people have to go from car to car on a train fighting zombies.
Right.
So whatever you're looking for, this movie's got it. You want to go for the action scene, it's there. You want to go for the the people, they're there too.
They're there. Yeah, it truly is. Yeah, action. I was very shocked, and I'm still pretty shocked at how much the movie actually affected me.
Hello.
Which I think is a good segue into
from Augie's Coffee.
Why?
Whenever I want
I
to
think
wet my whistle
It's a
with a
perfect
quick cup of
segue to
Java,
Yeah.
why this week.
I also like
I
to
would say
play
it's
my
it's
favorite
two
album.
parts, right? The first
Yeah.
My
part
favorite album
is kind of silly.
is not out yet. It's called
when the
Every
movie
Sun,
started,
Every
the
Moon
first thing it
by the
said
rock
was like a
group I'm
translation
Glad
of a
It's You.
sign that said like quarantine zone. And in that minute, I realized like, why did I not realize
sure
this
it
when I
is.
was recommending this movie?
Every Sun, Every
Watching
Moon.
a movie about a
This
global
album
pandemic
is
in the middle of a
literally
global pandemic.
the
I was
sonic
like so
equivalent
terrified, and I didn't understand
Hot
how
Cup
I
of
didn't
Joe.
think about that.
It's a little on the nose, I would say.
Coming out May
Yeah,
15th.
it was
Hope
crazy,
you're
and
good,
I was
yeah.
like, and I recommended this, and we're watching it with like a couple people over Discord, and I'm like, oh my god, am I just like, did I just trigger everyone on accident? Like, I can't believe I didn't think about this.
Yeah.
But the second part of the why was, weirdly enough, I think everyone that watched it really felt like it was a positive experience. We were
Yeah.
like, wow, we're really glad that we watched that right now during this time. And so that was kind of interesting and made me and Kelly wonder, why is that? Like, why did we all feel like good about it?
Yeah.
Because it could have been something that was like really hard for us to watch, I feel like.
For sure. And I think that was when you pointed it out, I was like, I didn't realize how like we left feeling like we watched a feel-good movie, you know, or there was some level of catharsis to it that was relieving, and it came from a movie that was like not at all relieving, especially in the time that we watched it at. And I think what I kind of gathered was when we were all talking about it, it was like because the movie does such a good job of talking about these interpersonal relationships, and you see these people sort of having to sacrifice for each other and having to manage being humans in this like crazy crisis, you left feeling like there's some hope, or there's like a very large amount of value placed on the way that we like connect in the midst of crisis, you know, or the ways that we sacrifice for each other and help each other in the midst of crisis, you know. So by the time we got to the end of the movie, I was like, I saw so many people either like change for the better and end up like sacrificing a lot for each other, or just from the start they were trying to get other people to help and trying to get other people to sacrifice too for the sake of getting through what was happening. So that was oddly like relieving for the time, you know.
Yeah, it was like really empowering, you know, because
Yeah.
it's like a time where so many of us are feeling like very literally trapped, like we have no control over what's going on, and like this wave of like terror is just happening, and we just have to stay in our rooms.
Yeah.
But we were watching this movie where the same thing was happening on a larger scale, and we're watching people make like really hard decisions and you know, introspect in really difficult ways, and it felt like, okay, like what we do in these circumstances matters.
Yeah.
And you know, it was really great. And also I think there's a part of it that was just like, yeah, like it's nice to feel like seen through art, right? We were
Yeah,
like, oh
totally.
wow, like, these feelings that we're feeling are real, and like someone thought about it before this.
Right. Yeah. Somebody kind of did like the imaginative like exploring, you know, and then it kind of yeah, it just kind of fell in our laps, you know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to segue a little bit into the cry, because I feel like we're kind of getting pretty close to that point, you know. Like what's your cry, dude?
So the cry has got to be, I mean, we're like I said, we're staying away from spoilers, but you know, I'll just say the end of the movie is really crushing. It was really, I mean, I was crying. Erin will say she wasn't crying, but I saw tears there.
I believe it.
And I mean, but really the reason that the end scene was so impactful was the relationship between the father and the daughter that was built up throughout the film. I mean, it was like, yeah, I cried in the beginning too, like, you know, like because like it's the father-daughter relationship. It's like I said, it's really tense, but like, you know, it was just really hard to watch. Like, obviously, like this dad just like really loved his daughter, but like the daughter just like wanted nothing to do with him in the beginning, and to watch them like grow closer and understand each other, and then, you know, to see that blossom, it was like, at different points terrible and wonderful to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, man, it really was like, I think every sad moment in the film I felt sad about only because, well, not only because, but I felt like the characters were having like revelatory experiences while they were experiencing like grief or like, so it was like every time a character was really having a hard time, they were changing at the same time. And I would say for the better too, which every time I saw that, I felt really kind of good. I was like, this is a really hopeful film for being a zombie movie. You know, like it really makes me feel like, you know, the movie is showing me that people can change and people can grow and, you know, carry on in the midst of being eaten by zombies. So that's kind of, you know, that was kind of a big moment for me. If you're just joining us, by the way, we're talking about Train to Busan with Teej. This is Ticket Stubs with Teej. And now, we have a way of like rating the movie that we came up with. Actually, that TJ came up with. And do you want to talk about it? Because I think it's really smart. I think, you know, like as a band, we try to not look at art in like a number scale if we can. You know, it's really hard to be objective about art or anything you actually like. And so often there's like gatekeepers out there that, you know, put numbers on our art and try to rate it and try to give you an avenue of interacting with it and maybe prescribe some objectivity to it. But at the end of the day, it's art, and we don't really apply the same objective, quantifiable like lens to things that are supposed to move us and like connect with us subjectively. So you want to kind of explain how we do this?
Absolutely, yeah. So I was really, when we were talking about this segment, I was really struggling with like the idea of a rating system, because obviously when you hear people talk about a movie, like you want to know if it was good or not, right? And there's like some part of art that's like it's well made or not, right? Like, or like maybe it's not as binary, but like there's definitely some sort of quality, you know. And specifically talking about movies, like there's movies that are like well made and not well made. Things are good about it, things are not good. But at the end of the day, also, like, you know, you like what you like, and sometimes you like movies that you know are not well made, and sometimes you hate movies that everyone thought were great.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like different, you know. And but at the same time, you want some sort of like indication on the quality of the movie, because you don't want to watch it. You don't want to waste your time, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, so the idea is we basically have 4 ratings, right? It's good, not good, like, didn't like. So, you know, and it's not that simple in real life. It's not either or, but that's what we're going to do for everyone's sanity and keeping track. So, like, we're either going to give a movie, like, this was a good movie, well made, or maybe not so good movie. Maybe it was like, you know, corny or cheesy or whatever.
Right.
And then we're going to kind of prescribe and be frank about our own subjective opinions, you know?
Yeah.
We either liked or didn't like it. So there's a category that's like, wow, good movie, great movie, loved it. There's a category that's like, this was a good movie, but maybe I didn't like it as much as a lot of people did, you know? I see the merit, I see why it's good, not for me.
Yeah.
Then on the opposite end, there's maybe not so good movie. I know why people didn't like it, but for whatever reason, it connected with me right now. Loved it. Killed it. And then finally, the rare and maligned category of bad, didn't like.
The double whammy.
That you also didn't like. I don't even know if I've seen many of those, because I just would like not go see them, because you kind of know if it's gonna be that before you see. But you know, maybe we'll hit one. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. So what would you give this movie? Where are we at on this one?
I mean, for me, this has got to be a good movie. Like.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say great movie, loved it. As Nick pointed out in the chat, I am not a horror movie guy necessarily. I don't even really consider this a horror movie. For those of you that don't like scary movies, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
It's a little gory and intense at times, but it operates more as a thriller than like a disturbing horror movie. Feels like an action vibe. And yeah, I think, it was so artfully done to have a movie that like makes you think about class and government and how you interact with people that are in different sects of society than you are.
Yeah.
To have you think about all that in the context of a zombie movie, and then also just have a couple scenes where you that were just badass.
Yeah.
You really get it all with this movie, and it really, I think, depending on your temperament and your mood, it might be an amazing movie to watch right now during COVID-19. But be warned, it's very on the nose. So, know yourself, introspect a little bit before you make the call.
Yeah.
We all had a cathartic experience, but we were also kind of watching it almost together, so maybe that helped. I don't know, maybe if you watch it alone, it would just bum you out.
It's possible, yeah. But I think I would recommend. I think that I'm a big, strong, great movie. Very much liked it, and I would recommend it. If you want to watch it at home and you want to talk to I'm Glad It's You about it, please do. We would really like that. But anyway, I think that kind of concludes Ticket Stubs with Teej.
It's on Netflix, by the way.
It's on
I
Netflix.
know Brandon said that.
Yeah.
So it's an easy watch. I know most people have access to somebody's Netflix account.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thanks, Teej.
And I saw Rand's comment earlier. There is a sequel coming out.
Yeah.
Called Peninsula, same director. So, anticipated. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. All right, dude. Thanks for joining us. Great to have you, man. Yeah. We'll see you in the following weeks.